Hey everybody, it's Dina. Super excited about this card. Okay, and so I have to tell you, this card I was actually holding to post later, but I thought, given that today's not going, let's just say, exactly as planned, I thought we would look at this card today. So if you are watching this on January 4th, you know today is the first day of the Occasions and Celebration catalog, but we're having just a teensy tiny, eeny weeny little problem at Stampin' Up. The problem is that the entire Stampin' Up system is completely down. I mean, like the whole shebang, everything. So that's kind of bad. But we will survive. Things will be okay, and it's going to be fine. And I have a nice, calming, gorgeous card to make you happy and breathe and enjoy. Okay. So I will tell you actually something my business coach told me about a year ago that has really kind of made a huge difference in my life. And that is, she says, Dina, you can only take care of the things you have control of. You cannot worry and be anxious and upset about things that are outside of your control. And that is just so true today. Okay, so everything will be fine. It is going to get back up and running as soon as they can. I know they're working so feverishly hard on it, and it will be just great. And this will all be something we laugh about someday. Okay. Maybe not like the time my daughter came into our house covered head to toe in mud and walked like you could see her little footsteps through our entire house in our brand new house. Maybe not so much like that. No, we laugh about that. It was hysterical. But anyway, okay. You know, I digress. Oh my gosh. But I'm just so happy. Okay. So I made this card the other day, and this is actually, it was supposed to be for a challenge for one of the design teams I'm on, but my New Year's house guests didn't leave soon enough, like they said they were gonna. So I didn't get this up in time to be part of the challenge. But I had the idea in my head and I really loved it. In fact, it actually spurred on several other ideas, so we'll get to that. But I love this card. Oh my goodness, it's so happy. I hope you like it too, because we're going to make it. So let's get down to it, right? I've been chattering on for what seems like forever. Let's get to this. So to make this card, I'm using the stamp set. I'm just grabbing it over here. Thoughtful Banners. It comes with a punch, the duet punch that punches these out. There's also a separate punch, the classic, I think it's called the classic label, that will punch this one out. But this is just like one of those awesome catch-all stamp sets because there's everything you could need in here. You've got all kinds of fun words, and I mean, any set that has the word fabulous in it is pretty good. I mean, seriously. The only thing this set is missing is awesome. If it had awesome, it would be like some sort of trifecta, and the heavens would open up and the light would shine down and we would all glow in awesomeness, right? Okay, maybe that's a little dramatic, but when have I not been dramatic? Okay, I'm kidding. All right, now, so I think this is a really classy card. It's so easy. Let me show you how to do it. Now, I'll have all of the pictures and dimensions and all of that business on my blog. You can actually click on the links in the description of this video to get to my blog post or to get to my online store. So all the stuff I'm using, there'll be links in the description, so check that out. If you would like to purchase any of these glorious items, once the Stampin' Up website is back up, please visit my online store because today is the first day of celebration. So, okay, shameless plug time. I just have to put it out there. Celebration is awesome. I'm just grabbing my catalog. Celebration is our annual sales event where when you spend $50, you get something free. So this is the catalog. There's gorgeous, amazing, awesome stuff. I'm super excited to share it with you. In fact, tomorrow, which is Thursday, January 5th, on my Facebook page, I'm going to be doing, this is my business Facebook page, which is facebook.com//creativity cave. There's no the, because there's somebody in Italy with the. Anyway, Creativity Cave. And I will be doing a Facebook Live event tomorrow showcasing a bunch of the stuff that's in here and the occasions catalog. So check that out because there will be giveaways, prizes, specials, and awesome demonstrations. And of course, you know I'm going to make it fun because that's just how I roll. So check that out. Okay, shameless plug is over. Let's get back to our cards so you can see how to make this. I am taking the striped stamp image, this solid block, whatever you want to call that thing, and I am going to stamp it repeatedly in my black archival ink. Now, I tried doing this with the Memento ink, but I found that it did not give me the nice, rich, solid black color that I wanted. I also want to tell you that as I'm stamping these, to try and keep them as even as possible, and notice they're not perfect, I'm lining up as I'm looking through, and I think you can kind of see the same view as I do. I'm lining up the top of my block, or not my block, the rubber edge, the photopolymer edge, pardon me. Gosh, I can't even say the right words. See this photopolymer edge, not the edge of the stamp right there, but the edge of the photopolymer right there. I'm kind of lining that up with the next block that I stamp. Okay, so the bottom, so the top of this photopolymer is lining up with the bottom of the last one I stamped. And then I got all goofy, and so I smudged it a little, but that's okay. When you're doing black, like on that one, I just kind of touched it, so you kind of have to commit. But we'll cover up some of that flubby up stuff. You know how I like to invent stamping terms also. We'll cover that up with some of the flowers. Okay, so I'm turning this around because I know my flowers will cover that business up. Okay, so there is my striped piece. Now you can kind of see it's a little shiny. It's probably still wet, so we're just going to stick this over here where we will not touch it or smear it. I'm also going to make sure that nothing on my fingers is smeary because there is nothing worse. Do you see that? It's on the middle finger appropriately. There is nothing worse than when you smear something awesome at the very end, because I hate when that happens. I did it the other day, and I don't think I shouted a word, but I might have been saying it in my head. Okay, so we have this. We're just, again, leaving that. Now, I took and put a bunch of flowers on here. So to do that, I'm going to use 2 punches. I have my Petite Petal punch, which is a fantastic punch. And then, as you well know, my tree builder punch is one of my faves. I use this so much. I mean, I use this business too, but this little flower right here is my go-to. Okay, so to finish, or to do this, what I'm going to do is grab scraps. Now, I know you little hoarders have scraps. And yes, I'm calling you out, and I am confident in that because I know you are at least a little like me in that you just have to save stuff because you could use it for something. You might not be as bad as your grandma was who saved wrapping paper, but you're probably at least a little bad, okay? I mean, let's just be honest here. So I'm taking all these scraps, and this punch is great because it will really fit this teeny little pieces of paper that you have that you just can't part with. I'll show you one that's really obnoxious. I will start out by saying it was bigger when I started doing this, but I've punched several flowers. So see, I can still get one out of there. You can still get more. No, okay. This is probably, it's time to throw that one away. But all right. So I've punched a flower in each of my 5 colors. And those colors, again, all this stuff is listed on my blog. But they are the Bold Brights. I've got Rich Raspberry, Melon Mambo, Tangerine Tango, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, and the best color there ever was, Bermuda Bay. Well, that's not true. Actually, my all-time favorite color like that there ever was is Cool Caribbean. And you would have to be around for quite a while to know that color, but it was the very first round of in colors Stampin' Up! Ever did. And like, Pool Party is close, but Cool Caribbean, Cool Caribbean is kind of like what Pool Party and Coastal Cabana would have looked like if they got it on and made a new color, a new baby color. That's what Cool Caribbean would be. Sorry, I can't help myself sometimes. This is what happens when things go horribly wrong and you can't do what you think you're going to do for the day and whatever. It turns out good though, right? Okay. So I've done that. Now, I did the centers of my card in black. And my friend Deb was here helping me the other day when I made this card, and I said black or white, and she goes black right away. I mean, usually people kind of hem and haw over like the decision, but she was fully committed. So I went with it. I mean, I trusted her. She's one of my besties. So of course, if she was that confident, I went with black. But then I thought to myself, ooh, I could try white when I do my card, right? I mean, that would work. So what I'm going to do is I glued the pieces together. Okay. So I just have my black layer on there. And then what I did is I set everything so it would cascade down across the stripes. So I'm going to just kind of position all of these flowers on here. I don't want to commit to adhering any of them until I have it all down and settled and figured out. Okay. And likewise, I want to stamp my sentiment, because if I mess that up, then I can rip it off the card and salvage everything. But if I leave it on here, or if I adhere all this down and then I mess up the sentiment, not only will I be mad at myself, of course, rightfully so, but I'll have to start over, and that would just be terrible. Because we've gone to a lot of trouble on this already. We've chatted quite a bit. We've told some stories. We've done a lot. So we don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to put celebrate, because this is such a pretty card. I think this is worthy of a celebration. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp celebrate on here. I want to make sure everything is straight and positioned as I like it. But I always tell people I adhere things at the very end, because then if I mess up, I can fix it. Okay. So like I can adjust that a little to be in line with my celebrate. But isn't that cute? Also from the stamp set, I'm just using one set today. Okay. Then now I did this ahead of time. I pre-punched a bunch of these flowers so that you didn't have to watch me do this. But I have an awesome tip for you. You can take anything will work. I like the end of my my poking device. By the way, this is good if you need to like get some aggression out or something. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm mostly kidding. Or like your Sharpie actually works pretty well for this too. You can just smoosh the center of your flowers. And so what I'm doing is creating dimension, because it like literally would kill me to not have dimension on our cards, or on my card, this card, any card, all cards. You really have caught me in kind of a mood today, haven't you? Oh my gosh. I think when things get stressful, I get like giddy and weird. It turns out good for you guys though. Okay, now that I've done all of these, I'm going to do white. So we're going to try white, and then you guys can tell me which one is better. I still am not decided. Well, I don't have all the information yet because I haven't put it together. I know this video is going to go long, but who cares, because it's awesome. All right, here we go. We're going to take glue dots. All right. My glue dots were right next to me, but yet I could not find them. I hope you guys can relate to that, because that's like a daily struggle for me. And I know it has to be for most of you too, because when I see people at classes, they have the same problem. They can't find things right in front of them. And I would judge away, but since it happens to me all the time, I really can't. I still kind of like to make fun of them a little bit. And I mean, nicely making fun, it's a sign of endearment if I make fun of you. I hope you know that's true, because that means you're my friends, and we're tight enough that we can make fun of each other. And I think we are at this point, aren't we? I mean, honestly, I've told you some of my most insane stories. I kind of like this, but I might just be partial to black because it was so good, so hard. Okay, so now that I've done that, I should actually adhere this down, since we did the stamping. And then that way I can, like I said, be fully committed to the adhering of my flowers. Okay. So let me move this up so it's all in the camera. By the way, I got a new phone. I splurged a little. I had an excellent write-off expense at the end of this year and got myself a new iPhone, because the camera is better, and I've already noticed it. It really is. It seems to have a crisper image, so I hope you enjoy that. I was a little worried yesterday because the first video I filmed with it and posted, it was not necessarily straighter, or whatever the word is that I'm looking for. But then, long story short, it was fine. I don't know. Sometimes when I talk out loud, I shouldn't. That kind of makes me wonder how my Facebook Live is going to go. I've done it before, and I think it'll be okay, but you just never know. Like, anything could happen. And as long as we're talking about anything could happen, now I have not seen the whole thing. I've just seen the highlights, but oh my gosh, Mariah Carey. First of all, let's just cover those boobs up. Everybody's seen them. It's not a secret anymore, so you can just cover them. And second of all, what? Like, what? What? That was crazy stuff that happened that night. Can I just say? I don't know. I wasn't watching it live. I don't know what we were doing. Oh, actually, I'm not sure when she was on. I think I was watching a different network when that happened, but then, Facebook and social media kind of blew up. And I can neither confirm nor deny how much I drank on New Year's, but like nothing really embarrassing happened, which is good. I'm kidding. I'm classy. Just like my card, right? Okay, there it is. So now we have the white ones. Now, I'm going to really make this challenging. I'm going to put pearls on in place of the rhinestones because we have white and pearls are kind of pretty on white. So now you can decide. I like both of these. Ooh, I think you could go either way. Now, if you're one of those people that are sitting there going, oh my gosh, how in earth is she putting those pearls down? Well, without assistance, it's fingernails. If you have them, use them. If you don't, take your scissors and use them. Here, I'll show you what I mean by that. Because I have my same friend who said black. She also says I have nimble fingers, and she has a point. I kind of do. There. Did you see how I did that? Push it off and place it nicely on your card. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, now I have to tell you, there's two more things I have to say. Well, first of all, you tell me white or black. It's hard to say. They're both very nice. But I had this wild idea that I would open up my card and there'd be something really fabulous on the inside. So here's what I came up with. And you'll laugh because this reminds me of the video I did with the Mafia funeral or Vegas wedding. Do you remember that one? That one was kind of one of my classics. But I thought this card is so classy and nice and pretty. And then we could put something fun on the inside. So I took all the fun stamps from the stamp set and I made this colorful inside. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Dina, that's like classy on the outside, white trash on the inside. That's really kind of what it came out to be. And not that this is white trash, but in comparison, it's just not right. This is wrong. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, it's so pretty, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. And okay, I hear you. But I just did not think these two went, and I thought we'd leave it good. It's like one of those things where, have you ever made a card and then you go one step too far and then you regret it? Yep, that would be this. So notice I did not adhere this. Now, having said that, I love what I came up with. And this is a completely separate other card. And if you're one of my VIPs, I'm going to show you what I did with this. And I have a really cute card. And so you guys get a bonus video. So watch for that. It'll be uploaded a little bit later this afternoon. But I hope you'll like this because it's pretty fun. And I enjoyed what I came up with, but it just does not go with this. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry the video went long, but I hope this is a good one. I hope you laughed with me. I hope you did not cry with me over Stampin' Up's website, but it's going to be okay, guys. It'll be up and the world will be right. I promise. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love stamping with you. Have an awesome day and we will see you again soon. Bye, guys.